Hey y'all, welcome back to the party. It's me, your girl BrittReacts, and guess what? Today's the greatest day on earth, September 28th. It's my birthday! Today we are reacting to the best of Bert Kreischer and Theo because I wanted to laugh on my birthday. And I just know this is what I need for my soul. I love you guys so much. If you want to wish me a happy birthday, feel free to check out my links for my donations in my bio. I would appreciate it. And without further ado, let's laugh.
The N word. First time I ever heard the N word, I was at
straight out the gate.
I was in first grade.
First grade.
Black kids came into our neighborhood. We lived in like a poor white neighborhood, and there was a poor black neighborhood, and like across Nebraska or not Nebraska. I forget.
Well, dude, that's pretty far then. If you're thinking,
no, that was the street name, not the.
Oh, right on, bro.
Yeah, and so
I'm like, damn, this dude did not live by black people. He said they fucking lived a state away. So I'm like, wow.
They were in Nebraska and we were in Florida, and it was scary.
That's what I was gonna say. I'm pretty sure Bert said he grew up in Florida. That's crazy. For the first time to hear the N word in the first grade. I don't remember the first time I heard it, but I don't think I was that young. And I'm black. I grew up in a very Christian environment. That's crazy. We just shot out the cannon on this episode, huh?
Man, I gotta be honest with you. It was touch and go at times.
Yeah, dude, definitely.
I mean, we heard stories.
Oh, yeah, the rumor mill. I saw a note in a bottle one time in the river. It was crazy.
Watch out for the blacks. Yeah. They're coming. And they look over your shoulder real quick.
Oh, my gosh.
There's a dad in our neighborhood who you play horse with him, and if you lost the letter, instead of losing the letter, you had to kiss him. I remember being like,
okay, bro, that's
I remember
illegal, bro.
No shit.
We're all thinking the same thing, right?
But back then, you just didn't know. You're like, I gotta kiss his dad.
Where'd you kiss him, lips or small of his back?
I don't remember. I want to say on the cheek, but maybe sometimes on the lips. I don't remember.
Oh, damn, dude. That's even gay. Is that gay or just fucked up?
I don't know. I remember you definitely did not want to miss shots. It really made competition fucking intense.
Bro, his team shot 70% from three-point range.
I remember he'd make a shot and everybody would be like, fuck. Get the chapstick out. So
No, that's crazy. That is insane. I don't like it.
These black kids lived across this main street from us, and then they came into our neighborhood, I guess, and stole my football. My football had a Duke Jr. with a shoelace, a tan shoelace as the string, because we used to play in the street. And so the string for the shoelace ripped. My dad replaced it with a tan shoelace.
So
very
specific, this
distinguishable.
story.
And a little
Yeah.
part, we couldn't tie it, so there was a little like part of the shoelace sticking out. Yeah. So they came into our neighborhood and they asked if they wanted to play some football, and they had my football. And these two brothers, Daryl and Darren, like, yo, they must. I mean, when I remember this story, I feel like they were 18, 17. They were probably just like 10. 11.
Yeah.
And I was 6.
Yeah.
Right.
And they were like, yo, that's his football. And they were like, no, this is his football. This other little black kid. And they're like, fight him for it. And I was like, first grade, I was not fighting anyone. I was wearing a loincloth and knee-high moccasins.
Why would you be wearing a loincloth? Does anyone remember the fashion era where the moccasins were like in? It was like the early 2000s where like all the women were wearing moccasins. I had a couple pair. I did. I didn't have the knee-high ones. I wanted them, but I had some like ankle ones. Why would he be outside wearing that? That just reminded me like an episode of the cartoon Recess. I can't.
So,
damn, he's fighting your sexuality, bro, at that time.
my dad's like, get him some knee pads. He's going to be sucking dick. So,
Yeah.
So.
And he's going to need knee pads to do it. What a pussy. That's the crazy part, man. What about the good old days, man? When you would suck dick with no
your knees and you suck a dick. Be a man about it.
Yeah, bro. Support the union.
No, this is terrible. Support the union.
What kind of gay guy puts on knee pads?
Yeah, dude.
Suck a dick like a man, man.
A backup gay dude. That's
You might have.
Theo is roasting him.
I pull my socks up. The whole thing is then that it turns into the boardroom with Donald Trump, whatever that show is, The Apprentice.
Yeah, The Apprentice.
So they bring us into the inn. They bring me, Amy, and Mo in, and it's Greg Louganis and Michael Ian Black. And he real quick cruises through Mo and Amy. He's like, Mo, your dive was a little offensive. Amy, it was inconsequential. Bert, I understand you're married. And I went, I am. And he goes, with children?
Y'all, is The Machine out yet? Have I missed it? Is it out yet? I need to figure it out. When does it come out? The movie?
And I said, I am. And he goes, you're not a gay man. And I went, no. And he was like, do you realize how offensive it is to hit on a gay man and lead him on and make him think you were gay? Because I was legit hitting on Greg Louganis the whole fucking episode.
Like even low-key hitting on him?
Even when the cameras were off, I was flirting with him.
No.
Thinking like, if he thinks, whatever.
Right. If he thinks I might be able to fuck, he might give me an extra,
Yeah, and he was like, and I think it was edited out, but I think of the thing, I go, Greg, you have AIDS. You think I was hitting on you? And he was like, you're fired. And he just gets up and leaves. And Amy and Mo are like, oh my God. They're like, what?
What would possess him to say that? What would possess him to say that? Bert Kreischer is Theo Von's dad.
Fired.
Heard it here first.
He just gets up and leaves. And Amy and Mo are like, oh my God. They're like, what the fuck did we just witness? And then they're like, Mo and Amy are dismissed. And they get up and they walk out. And then Michael Ian Black goes, Bert, you've made a lot of bad life decisions. By the way, Michael Ian Black's not even joking at this point.
Right.
And I was like, yeah. And he goes, your body, your hair, your facial hair. Like he's picking me apart. Yeah. And I'm like, yeah. And by the way, no joke, I am humiliated at this moment because I had driven all of us down. Remember? I drove us all down. And in the car ride down, Amy said, oh my God, what if one of us gets kicked off? How awkward would the drive back be?
What show is this that we're talking about? Oh my gosh. Was it it's not The Apprentice. Was it The Apprentice? No. What's happening?
And I was like, oh my God, I got to drive everyone fucking home. And so he goes, Michael Ian Black's like, oh, I'm going to need your trunks, your suit. And I was like, okay. And so I get up and I'm just embarrassed and I'm trying to make it funny and I don't know how to. So I knock over each of the chairs and he goes, what are you doing? And I said, I make big exits, Michael. And he was like, no, there's no music playing in this. Okay.
And Michael Ian Black's, he's really talented, kind of a pussy though.
But he's really straight. His whole thing was like straight man.
Yeah, always.
And I take my robe off and then I take my trunks off and I'm naked and he's like,
wow.
He's like,
and he might be homoerotic.
He's not even joking at this moment. He's like, I wouldn't do that. Wow. And by the way, there's a 30-person film crew there filming this. I get on the table and I put my feet on the back of his chair and I start pulling his face into my junk. And he's like,
what is this? Where did this air? No. No to this story. I would like to decline this story. Can I return to sender?
No. He's like, I go, look at it, Michael. And he goes, I'm afraid I'll turn to stone. I go, part of you will.
Yeah.
And then out of and by the way, I'm not getting a laugh. It is awkward. It is uncomfortable at this moment. And I look at him, and in a last-ditch effort, I kick and I do a backspin naked, and I stick it on the table, and I look at him, and fucking thank you, Michael Ian Black breaks character and starts laughing hysterically, and the whole set starts laughing, and I walk off. I drive them around campus in like a K car. Do you remember
Stress.
a K car? Pull up a K car, can you? It was like the fucking biggest beater you could ever have. Yeah. I think it's called a K car or a Q car. It's like an old. Yeah. That was it.
Oh yeah, Renault. That's a Renault, isn't it?
Everyone knows what that one of those. Chrysler.
That was but it was white, and so. And man, what would happen is you knew if the black chicks called on a Saturday night, because it was just taking people to the libraries where you're supposed to go.
Okay.
But if the black chicks called on a Saturday night, you knew they wanted to go to FAMU from Florida State.
Okay.
And we weren't allowed to drive to FAMU. But once they got in the car, you had to take them wherever they went. So what would happen was they go, we have a pickup at Debney Hall. Based on 111, I have a pickup at Debney Hall.
I'm missing so much context here. I'm missing so much. So is he a taxi driver? Like, I'm missing so much context.
Her name's LaQuisha, and you go, okay. He'd be like, "Is it how many passengers?" And I'm like, "Just one." That's what they say. And so you'd pull up, and then she'd like wave to you, and you go, "Hey!" And as she waved, they'd pile in the other side of the car and shake it in. They go, "We're going to FAMU, bitch." I loved it though because I love hip hop.
When did you guys start making love, or you'd already been making love?
We'd already been making. Yeah, we had sex probably like 5 dates in. This is back during Sex in the City. Do you remember that Sex in the City run where all guys thought all girls were whores?
I was like, just honest. Not a clue. I was out terrorizing somebody. I have no idea about Sex in the City.
Run where all guys thought all girls were whores?
I remember thinking that, though, just even looking on Instagram. So
there was a period where women were like, and I think it's still there, but like Sex in the City came out and women were like, yeah, I like to fuck. And,
I could see that. It's like now we're in control of our own pussies.
And that scared the shit out of me because I've only had sex with 6 people. Women. Right. Why am I saying people? Women. Yeah. Just fucking.
Adult women, too.
Adult women. First
Be clear.
Girls
Be clear.
Isla was a baby and she had.
I just can't imagine this man being my dad. Like, what is this like? Because I don't feel like he filters himself in the house. And they can just go on the internet and hear their dad telling these wild stories.
The girls was
Jesus.
Isla was a baby and she had they woke up early in the morning. I go downstairs. I hear my baby monitor. I go downstairs.
Said she was babyish.
Like, what's going on? No, why are you laughing? George is in a rocking chair. Isla's naked, and George is like, Dad, you gotta see baby Isla's new trick. The dog's in between them. Like, I don't fucking know. And I go, what is it? She goes, I don't want to spoil it for you. Isla, show Dad. And Isla takes her finger, shoves it up her ass, and puts it in the dog's mouth. Oh. And that's the first joke I wrote about my daughters.
The Jolly Roger, dog.
The Jolly Roger. We call it the Happy Nazi. And so I had to run the...
I've seen him tell this story in stand-up, and you never really know where the truth line is when these comedians do their bits, but the way he's retelling this right now to Theo is literally like a day in the park in their house. Oh, gosh.
Period joke past Isla, and she was...
Wow. Did you sit down and talk to her about it?
I told her. Well, I put it. Here's what me.
Oh yeah, the period party.
Stories the day it happened.
I remember this.
The day it happened.
I remember this.
Period.
I remember.
She wants to throw a period party.
Do they do that now?
Oh, yeah, it's big time.
What?
Oh yeah.
Not me.
Party.
I told part of the story on Conan.
Oh my God,
and
bro.
it went
what
viral.
Is going on?
I told just a part of the story on Conan, and it got.
This is revenge. I'm telling you, this is revenge. Look how stressed Theo is. This is how I always feel watching Theo. And to see Theo this stressed this is revenge. I think I've talked about this on the video, on the reaction of Bert telling this story. I had never heard of a period party until Bert told me. My mom bought me home a card and a flower, like one single rose. And she was like, congratulations, you're a woman. Like a period party. If my daughter wants a period party, I'm going to throw it for her. But like, I haven't heard of anybody doing that. I get it.
20 million views immediately.
It's like a quinceañera.
She's like, I don't want to ruin it. Watch this special, but I get all the stuff for the period party. I dress in red.
Like what?
Like fucking red velvet cake. Fucking yeah, dude. That's what I said. That's what I said, dude. You're gonna love, dude. You'll love this bit. You'll love this bit. But my point is, I put it all on Instagram stories that night because I'm laughing. I'm dying laughing, and then I get in bed that night. She comes in. She's like, "Hey, big boy, I need you to take that down." And I go, what?
She calls her dad big boy.
It's fine. I think it's cool. She goes, yeah, I know. I don't mind people knowing I threw a period party, but I don't want kids in my school knowing I had my period.
Yeah.
And I went, oh, okay. That makes sense. So I pull it all down, and then I go to Louisville that next weekend, and I talk about it. I try it on stage. And just that reaction you just had is the whole room's having.
Oh, that I really feel like Theo is related to Bert, or Bert is like long lost uncle or something. The uncle that like Bert, they just drink, and Theo realizes he can't keep up. Oh man, I forgot about the period party story. All right, Bert is unhinged. If I thought Theo was unhinged, Bert is unhinged, but like he doesn't say. I don't know who's worse. Let me know in the comments who you think is worse as far as the unhingement of it all. And go and have the day you deserve. Peace.